Yates, ton and wickets for Stokes at Edgbaston. Warwickshire sit in pole position in Group 1 of the LV County Championship and will be desperate to continue that form. Just 2 more weeks of the group stage remain. Durham are just 9 points behind the Bears though, and won't be intimidated by their return to the 4-day format. With the first day scuppered by the rain, this one finally got underway on day 2. Sibley back in Warwickshire whites, but not able to stick around for very long, caught behind for a duck off Potts. Where the England opener had faltered, Yates and Malan found their feet and stuck together. 50 up on the board for the Bears, with opportunities drying up for Durham. A boundary from Malan took the value of the second wicket pairing to 50 runs, but it wouldn't be long before Durham hit back. Malan was the man to go. Strangled down the leg side by Carse, he cut a dejected figure as the umpire raised his finger. Yates remained and found himself in the 40s in the overs before the break, but the loss of 2 wickets had slowed the Bears' progress. He'd have to wait for his chance to go to 50, the score at lunch, 93 for 2. First on the agenda for Warwickshire after lunch was putting 3 figures on the board. Yates obliged, he was the man to get them there. And then he ticked himself over to 50 runs. Rain sent to the fences for 4, and the Bears' batsman was taking charge in the middle. But it was a patient approach from Warwickshire, boundaries rare, as the two put on a 50-run partnership. But finally, Durham found another breakthrough, and through a welcome source, Ben Stokes, playing his first-class match since injury, picked up the wicket. Hayne caught in the trap, and out on the pull. Rhodes and Yates put away the attacking shots with tea fast approaching. They reached the break at 146 for 3. That was soon 150 after the break. Yates, the set back, got them there and signalled a change in approach. New man Will Rhodes getting going with a couple of boundaries. They began to free their arms a little more. Boundaries more forthcoming in the evening session, and Yates up into the 90s. He'd convert his good position into 100, just reward for his knock, brought up with his 11th boundary, and it took the value of the 4th wicket stand to 50 runs at the same time. But it would be 100 and out for Yates, trapped in front to the very next ball, his exasperation clear for all to see. Rhodes and Lamb had the score up to 200 not long after his departure, the match still tight and tense. Rhodes moved towards 50 with some lovely stroke play, but he wasn't able to get further than 39, out to Rushworth as Durham found some momentum. Stokes had another, Lamb out for 8, and the England star couldn't quite believe his long hop had picked up a wicket. Burgess followed, out for a duck, LBW to Rushworth. And then Stokes held a great return catch to dismiss Briggs for his 3rd wicket, Warwickshire collapsing quickly. Rain made it 9, Miles nicking off, and the Bears' innings almost at an end. And he'd pick up the final wicket too, another edge seeing Sidebottom out without scoring, 237 the total. It had been an innings of 2 halves of the hosts. Yates' approach at the top of the order produced a well-deserved century, but as Durham found their rhythm, the game had started to drift from the Bears' control. Stokes will be especially pleased, 3 wickets for him on his return to the longer format. And the Bears had an early wicket too, Jones out with the score still in the teens, bowled by Miles. But Potts and Bancroft stuck around and made it through to the close, the score at the end of the day, 20 for 1. It's been an even contest so far, and expect that to continue tomorrow. Warwickshire's lead, a gettable 217 runs, and the patient Bancroft still at the crease for Durham.